Hello, everyone. So my name is Jan Allenfall. I'm the CEO of Follicum. So maybe this is the company from Lund that's going to make it and maybe do some good pharmaceutical products to the market. So we are working on peptides that come from our own body. The company was formed in Lund 2011, and we have at that point no experience in hair growth because that was the founder's idea that a modified version of an osteopontin protein could give rise to new hair. So 2012 we started to collaborate with international experts in hair growth, mainly from Germany and Israel. And in 2014 November we became listed on Aktiestorget, or today Spotlight. When we were investigating mode of action for the hair growth product, we stumbled across another interesting project which we founded in 2017, diabetes. And 2019 we developed our new topical formulation for the delivery of the peptide for hair growth. So the first project is hair growth, and hair loss market is a great market. It's a good, let's say, a very interesting market with a huge potential. So you normally think about male pattern hair loss, males in like my age losing hair. A lot of people do that, causing a lot of trauma. But there is a lot of women also losing hair, and maybe that's more traumatic to them to lose hair than males. And this is a global market. It can be cultural differences between, for example, Europeans or Americans if you compare to Asians. So today there are only 2 products on the market. They are quite old. They suffer from a little bit side effects, and they are not efficacious. In the pipeline, there are not a majority of interesting products. There are a few. Some of them are in stable development, meaning that they haven't reached any, I guess, efficacy points. And today, most of these patients are left alone with only help from these products or shampoos or other supplements that suppose a promising value to them. And today, we only have finasteride or Propecia as a tablet. It was originally developed as a product for benign prostatic hyperplasia. It's a tablet prescription only for men. The other product is minoxidil or Rogaine. You can buy it in the pharmacy. You have to apply 2 times daily. And altogether, these products have limited effect. And also the response rates are poor. Maybe 25 to 30% of the patients trying these products seem or appreciate the hair growth response. There are also some side effects that may limit the use of these products. And of course, only minoxidil or Rogaine is indicated for women, which limits their help, sort of. The market today is $3.5 billion for these 2 products, and it's about half in each product. And it's estimated in 4 to 5 years that it will be double. We have recently concluded a phase 2 trial with our product, and this product was injected 3 times weekly during 3 months on patients with hair loss. We can confirm that the safety is very good, no side effects. We could also see that we had an increased hair density with 7 hairs, and although this wasn't statistically significant at the point. But also the other hair growth parameters, like the proportion of anagen hairs, that the number of hair follicles producing an active fiber increased, and the ratio between the fiber-producing hair follicles and the resting hair follicles was also found to be increased, which is very important. We also saw an increase in hair length and hair growth, daily hair growth, which is important. And for placebo, most of these parameters went in the other direction. So this table is just to compare our product with the marketed products. And you can see that minoxidil, the top row, after 6 months treatment with an optimal formulation twice daily gave rise to 7 hairs. And finasteride for 11 months treatment, also 7 hairs per square centimeter. And our product in our recent phase 2 trial gave rise to 7 hairs, but only after 3 months with only 3 weekly injections. So we hope with the new topical formulation we can really improve the efficacy and also the response rate of our product. So this graph shows you the comparison with the commercial minoxidil, 2 times daily application, in this case in a mouse model, and compared with our formulation once daily with FOL005 seems to be equally effective in this model. And we haven't gone up to the highest dose possible in this trial. So the next step for us is to induce a new phase 2 trial early next year, and we are preparing for that right now. We have had a scientific advice meeting with the German authorities, which was very good. Bridging tox studies cleared, no side effects, and now we are doing the product production. So basically, we want to achieve a safe product, easy to use, that can be used for all patients, both males and females, with a convenient formulation, once daily application only, and that would differ very much to the existing products. Now, the other product is diabetes, and you all know that diabetes is a big indication. More than 500 million people are today suffering from diabetes, leading to lots of complications. For example, beta cell loss of functionality, that the beta cell doesn't respond to high blood glucose and don't release insulin. So there is an unmet medical need in this indication, and we think we have a solution. Our peptide is actually distributed to pancreas. You can see that after subcutaneous injection, the peptide actually accumulates in pancreas. And the figure to the right, maybe not clear, but this is actually an islet, a Langerhans islet in the pancreas, and the red stuff is our peptide binding to the beta cells. This is another study, in vivo imaging system. This is the same mouse up to 48 hours, and we can follow by using a fluorescently labeled peptide that it accumulates into the center of the mouse, perhaps to the pancreas or the liver, but this is very interesting. The most promising thing is that we can actually protect beta cells. So this is an experiment where we induce glycotoxicity. So we expose cells to high levels of glucose that makes the cells sick, or they become sort of toxic. And we have a number of peptides that actually was tested, and you can see one of them is GLP-1. Doesn't work very well to protect the cells from glucotoxicity, but you can see peptides from 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 actually can induce beta cell protection and therefore recovery, so they can respond again to high blood glucose levels. So this is really, really important. This is actually what happens when you have diabetes. So we have a number of benefits in our project. We think we can help patients with diabetes for their complications, like cardiovascular effects, insulin resistance, and I mentioned protection of beta cells, anti-inflammatory effects, which is also very good in diabetic setting, and potentially also NASH. So what our molecule differs from, for example, GLP-1, is it's much smaller molecule, less cost of goods, it's not immunogenic. We know the receptors. It could potentially be first in class with a new target. And with the mode of action, we can actually also combine therapies, which could be important in the future. So how do we work? We are a virtual company. In the diabetes project, we are part of this big network, Lund University Diabetes Center, which was founded by Stiftelsen för strategisk forskning to up to 100 million Swedish crowns. So here we are part of several work packages. We have access to skilled people, we have access to models, and this is really, really interesting. So in this case, one postdoc is actually fully financed to elucidate mode of action, how these peptides work in for example, protecting beta cells. So that's really important. We have a small team, and with this, I thank you for your attention and leave you with a summary slide you can read. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day.